Just making sure the shit is live.
Oh wow, just saw a very interesting article, but I'll wait till the
Got a sec? What's up,
starts.
folks? I found this in your locker.
Yeah, we are live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Kamikaze Sound Waves, joined by the awesome Jrpg, man. It's been a long time since we chatted it up, talked about some random shit as we usually do. So thought it'd be a fucking great night just to do that, man. Hit him up, he was free, so man, here we fucking are, Jrpg. Sir, how the hell are you, man?
Yeah, been doing good. It's been a lot of busy lately. My mom's been doing a lot better now than she was 2 months ago, and we just finished cleaning up our yard. But now we got people to help manage our yard, so hopefully we won't have to cut it maybe once or two more times. They won't have to worry about it till in the spring, so that's good.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do, man. Like, my wife was giving me shit. She's like, dude, you didn't cut the yard in a while. And I was like, dude, like, I can't fucking walk. My leg is all fucked up. It was, because that fucking horsefly stupid incident. And,
Yeah.
she was like, I'm gonna go get the fucking yard. And I was like, dude, I got it. I swear. Like, I just can't fucking walk right now. Like, give me a fucking day or something. But yeah, that's what I was trying to wait for, man. I'm trying to get like one more cut out of it and call it a day. But there's definitely gonna be need one more cut before the season's over for sure.
Yeah,
Been trying to
yeah,
prolong it, man. I don't mind cutting the yard. It's actually like a fun thing for me to do. Like I usually like throw my headphones on and jam out and shit, and it's pretty fun. Usually, I actually like the thing is like when I do cut the yard, man, I get like super hyped up into it, and I start like doing like way more extra that needs to be done. I start trimming bushes and pulling the weeds, and I'm like out there for like fucking 3 hours.
yeah. We just trimmed our little bushes. That's about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see IGN scored a Destiny 2. I'm trying to they make their articles too damn long.
Well, they haven't scored it yet. I will
Oh, they
appreciate
haven't?
no because they're. I will appreciate IGN for this. They'll wait a few days like before the game comes out. They have to have early access to it. I don't know if they just smoke too much weed or something. They're just lazy, but they have to have early access to it. But they're like day one review in progress, and I'm like. Dude, like, there's fucking people out here who are not IGN, who are just like fucking Bob down the street, who are reviewing this shit already. It's like, dude, I know you have an early fucking copy. You're fucking IGN.
Yeah.
But I will say that I appreciate them saying like, you know, we want to give it the full run through before we like give our review.
Honest opinion, yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like IGN. I don't dislike IGN. I think they're pretty solid when it comes to game reviews. To a degree, I don't hate them.
Yeah. I was just reading to see if there's any interesting articles. There's a Destiny 2 limited edition PlayStation 4 Pro bundle.
Yeah, and well, if I never had a PS4, like I guess that would be the route that I would go, but nope. I'm not spending that much money for that shit. It looks cool, man. I will say like it's pretty dope. The controller's pretty dope. But you know, I whatever, dude.
Oh, and this is really surprising to me. It says Toys R Us is $5 billion in debt.
Well, I mean,
I was
dude,
like, wow.
that makes
The first sentence says the retailer owes over $5 billion, 400 million, which has to be paid in 2018. So, what the fuck did they do?
well, I mean, those fucking action figures aren't going to sell themselves, man. You got to tell fucking Tom, Dick, and Gregory to get out the fucking and start selling this shit like, you know, like car salesmen. Like, hey, welcome to Toys R Us, man. We got some, you know, let me show you our new like 2017 He-Man action figure. You know, like, you know, they gotta get out there and start selling that shit, man. They gotta get on the ball. Down
Yeah,
Phoenix, what up, bro?
and there's a new I don't know if you heard, there's a new like Star Trek series coming out, as well as a new Superman show. I believe it's next year as well. That's going to be on Sci-Fi, I believe.
Hmm.
As well as a new oops, mute it. Yeah, it's just called Krypton. I don't know if it's going to be a prequel or something else. I don't know.
What did you think about the Flash? Did you watch the Flash series? What did you think about that? Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit. My mom's more of a fan of it than I am. She watched that. Watches that. Let's see. The what is it? Arrow. I'm more watching stuff like of course Gotham, the DC Legends of Tomorrow, and Supernatural and things like that.
All right, so like here's the kind of the Flash thing. Like I like superheroes and shit. Like that's that's I fucking do. My wife doesn't. She doesn't watch any of that shit or read any of this shit or any et cetera, et cetera. But she started watching Flash like religiously, and I'm like, do you even know like what you're getting yourself into? Like, why are you watching this? And she's like, no, it has a good story. And I'm like, all right, man, all right, fair enough. So I sat down, and she was watching the third episode or fourth episode, and I'm like, this is fucking terrible. This is fucking stupid. Hey, hey, thanks for stopping by, DP. Much obliged. Hey, anyway, man, I'm waiting for that fucking podcast, man. I can't wait to listen to that shit, man. It's gonna be fun shit.
Yeah, he says, "Sup, bitches."
Yeah. So she's watching Flash, and I'm like, all right, okay, cool shit. I'm glad you're into something that I like. She has no idea like about anything or anything. But it seems like fucking the most just fucking terrible. I don't know. Like I tried to get into it, and I mean I like the Flash. He's probably like maybe my third or fourth favorite DC hero. But the show to me was just ass. I couldn't get into it in any way, shape, or form, dude. I just could not.
And there's a kind of like Earthbound / Zelda type game coming to I believe it's Steam or something. But yeah, I saw the like I said, the Venom teaser the other day, and it was only like a minute, and most of it was just like a guy just talking, and you saw like a brief glimpse of Venom at the end, and that was it.
Yeah. I mean, Sony doesn't have the rights to a lot of shit. They got Spider-Man, so they're gonna fucking run with that shit, of course. Whatever, man. Whatever. I will say, like, I've heard, I mean, I kind of am interested in, like, in the Venom movie, but, like, not super interested into it. But, like, I am interested enough where, like, if it's looking really, really dope, I'm down. If it's looking pretty shady, it'll get a red box dollar rental for me.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. A lot of people are really bitching over the, like, YouTube being very strict about stuff being, not advertiser friendly. And a lot of people are switching over to Twitch now.
Yeah, I see that, dude. And but that shit is real. But like the thing is, I don't understand. Like YouTube is like deep. Like I started monetizing my videos, like maybe a couple months ago, and not rightfully so. Like I don't deserve that shit. I don't. Dude, my videos suck. I get it. But here's my thing. They demonetize like the videos that like don't really deserve to be demonetized. There's a video where I'm like, I'm gonna rape Jesus and shit or something like that, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, that'll work. What did you come in on, dude? I don't fucking know. whatever the fuck we're doing right now this is what you came in on. But then I have videos and I'm like, Jollibee Willigers, I really disagree with this, and they're like, demonetized. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do wrong? What happened? Like, why? Like, where's the fucking definition of being demonetized? Like, there was one video, like, I thought I was pretty straight edge, and I'm like, like my mom was watching me make a YouTube video. I'm pretty, like, fucking... Hey, what's going on, guys, on Twitch, by the way? God damn it, what does it say? Anal beads? Oh, anal beads. Thanks for joining my stream, anal beads. Miguel, what's going on, bro? But no, it's like they demonetize like the most random fucking video, and I'm like, this seems like more appropriate, and this other one like still has the little green circle, and I'm like, what? Why? For what? Like, I'm definitely like more vulgar in this one. I literally, I mean, and you can like argue it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I don't argue with any of that shit. They tell me like, you don't deserve to make money off this video, then fuck it.
Oh, I didn't know there's actually going to be a Suicide Squad 2. Interesting.
Did you see the first one?
It was alright. To me, it was meh.
I have not done the service of watching it, so I really can't speak for it.
Well, as long as you go into it with reasonable expectations, you might like it. But if you're expecting this to like blow you away, then no.
Yeah, well, I was. That's the reason I haven't watched it. I'm like, I just expect it to like be super mediocre,
Yeah.
super just by the numbers, and that Joker. Look, I'm sorry, man. Heath Ledger's got that shit on lock, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too hard to top that, and he's
Yeah.
in his even like his just tattoo on the forehead, like with white face paint, and I'm like, you don't even look believable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, dude, 100% pass on that.
Yeah.
If I haven't found it for free yet. If I find like a DVD like laying in the trash, I might pick it. I might like roll up my sleeves and pick it out of the trash to watch it. But I'm not paying $1 for it.
Oh well, if you I forget what they call this. I believe it's called Redbox Play Pass or something. Like if you sign up, like if you like say you rent one movie, you get 10 points. So every time you get like 100 points, you get a free rental. I'm probably gonna rent the newest Batman animated feature. It's he teams up with Harley Quinn to stop Poison Ivy.
I saw that. I didn't see the movie, but I did see like the trailer or whatever, or the
thing. Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, I'm down for that. I mean, I'm a huge Batman fan, so fuck it, I'm down for that. But honestly, if you scour enough, man, you can really find it like for free on the internet somewhere in some shape or fashion at this point.
Yeah, but a lot of companies are like cracking down on that, especially if you post like clips of stuff to YouTube. They'll get on you hard for that. That's why I just avoid gameplay and everything altogether, and just like you, just talk about shit. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't care about making money on here. Like you, I mean, I have other ways to make a side income. So like,
Yeah, but my whole thing is like if I can make enough money, to just buy a fucking taco from Taco Bell, then like I've made it. All right. If I make at least $1 on YouTube, and like at least by doing YouTube videos like where I'm sitting in my fucking room doing stupid shit and I get a free taco out of it, dude, I'm good. That'll work. That'll do, pig. That'll do. you know?
the CEO of Pokemon thought the Switch would flop.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still early. It's clearly made it, I think, what it wanted to do, and I think it's going to go a little bit further.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think the Switch is what the Wii U should have been in the first place?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. So I think, in my opinion, that the Wii or the Switch is an upgraded Wii U. I think it's essentially a fucking more portable tablet version, like with the Wii U, you have to be in proximity to your console, right? So my whole fucking thing is, okay, so now I can take my Wii U on the go, and I think that's essentially what it really boils down to. I made a video about the 4 reasons that I hate the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you can agree to disagree, and that's fair. I mean, I understand everybody has like what they like, what they dislike.
I agree with all the points that you made.
But, I think the game thing is like a big thing for people, and that's fair enough. But I just feel like at this point, I know Mario Odyssey is coming out in a month. I get that. I understand that. But what bothers me is like, really, even if when we get to that point, that's still really only 4 kind of exclusives for the Switch, right? I mean, that Street Fighter Turbo 2, I mean, granted, you can call that an exclusive if you want to. I mean, it is, but it's still like...
It's just a port of something that's already been released.
Right, and it's a more convenient way to play it because et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, however you want to look at it, the Switch to me, like, I got it 2 months ago, a little less, a little bit more. But the thing is, my whole thought process on it so far is like, I dislike it. I dislike it for a lot of reasons. It's apparently 4. But
well, let me ask you this: and did you know what the kind of how should I say this? Did you have kind of like a understanding of what the Switch was going into it? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I did. And like I said, I didn't really buy it for me. Okay, I did not buy it for me. I bought it for my kids. I won't lie. I mean, I wanted to at least, have some kind of
Try it out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody we always want to play that new console that comes out. And my kids love Nintendo. I've already stated that several times. They love all the Nintendo franchises. And it's a safe bet for them because I'm very strict about what they see, what they watch, what they play, et cetera, et cetera. So, their biggest thing was when Splatoon, the original one, came out, they were all addicted to it. They all loved it. Like, all my kids love Splatoon. So when Splatoon 2 came out, they all really, really were hyped about it. So that was kind of a big reason for me getting for them. Because they just love that. They just love that game. They love that franchise, man. They really do. And what do you think about this? I have a question for you, actually. What do you think about Splatoon 2 being a competitive game, like an MLG type, how Overwatch is, or how Call of Duty is, or et cetera, et cetera? What do you think about something like that? Do you think that that's a worthy game of being a competitive type game?
I think it could, but I think they need to fix how they do the online, because people aren't going to do all that crazy hookup crap and get a phone to use an app and all that kind of stuff. It's like we were saying before, Nintendo's always playing catch up, whether it be the software or online and all that. But I think it will be a very interesting sequel, because the first one was very successful, and I'm probably gonna at least, I can't really rent from Redbox because they don't have Switch games. So I'll probably have to get it when it's cheap and play while the online is still free up until 2018.
Yeah.
Nintendo needs to get the whole virtual console thing going in 2018. And let me ask you this: with as much as I get why Nintendo had to get the Switch out there, because the Wii U just wasn't selling. Do you think the Switch was rushed?
It had to have been. It had to have been. I mean, for them to be missing so many key elements and so many flaws that it already has with the Joy-Cons, et cetera, it had to have been rushed, right? Look, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy, but I think that with how many minuscule flaws they are, and you can look at them as big flaws or very tiny flaws, however you look at it, it has quite a bit of flaws to it. So, yes, I do think it was rushed. And, whoever the fuck is running Nintendo, they're like, boy, you better get out there and make my motherfucking money. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all better, I'm not playing. Y'all better make my fucking money. However y'all got to do it, however you want to do it. But the Wii U, look, I know that people look at it as a failure. I don't think that it was necessarily a failure, man. I think it's sold pretty damn well. And they definitely made their money back in some way, shape, or form. Splatoon sold so many fucking copies, dude. It sold a lot of fucking copies.
But it wasn't really enough to save the Wii U, though.
Yeah, but the Wii U, I think still I still think that it wasn't it's not up there in the standings of a fucking PS4 or Xbox One, et cetera, but it definitely, I think they definitely made their money back. They may have not made a huge profit, but they I'm sure they made a profit in some way, shape, or form, but they didn't rake it in there's money flying all over the place.
Yeah, like the original Wii. Let me ask you this: how the the Wii hype was all big at the time, and now you find Wii's in retro game stores and pawn shops and things like that. Do you think we'll see the same thing for Switches in about 10 years after all the hype dies down?
Maybe, probably not. I think probably not, because it's more of a portable type console, and I think people hold those a little bit more near and dear to them, especially being able on the go and et cetera. I think those kind of stand the test of time a little bit more than an actual console. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does.
I think that people, when you have something that's portable, regardless if it's this, that, and the third. You'll see Nintendo DS's on the fucking shelf and et cetera, because everybody and their grandmama's grandmama and grandmama had a fucking Nintendo DS, on the top selling consoles or things of all fucking time. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think you'll see that with the Wii U either. And also, I think you won't see that with the Wii U either because the whole collector thing has gotten like completely rampant and out of fucking control. So I think it's you know, you won't see it so easily accessible like as you would as like maybe some older things because people have gotten so into collecting. So you won't probably see that on the shelf very easily accessible.
Yeah. Well, do you think the whole like it's like the whole retro thing? Do you think that's gotten out of control now? Oh, everybody wants this particular game. It's like you said, people will always want the physical copy, but maybe people will start doing like the retro, looking into emulation. But I would only do that for games that are like expensive that I know I'm not going to pay a fortune for, and B, I'll probably never find insert game here out in the wild, no matter how much I look.
Well, here's my thing, dude. Like games consistently come out month after month after month after month, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if who really looks back and it's like, what can I get from then? Like, I mean, maybe you have a different mentality or your brain works different than I do. I look at like what's coming out new. So that's just the way I look at things. For example, I started streaming Street Fighter 3 Online Edition on Xbox 360. And I had the game on Dreamcast. It was one of my favorite Street Fighter games. And I don't know if you ever do this when sometimes you just scroll through YouTube and like you find like a game that you haven't played in a while. And you're like, God, I want to play this game. And you don't own it anymore. And you're like, you know, fuck it. Let me go on eBay. I just want to play this game again. And I did that with Street Fighter, and I was like, $70? Dude, you can kiss the bottom of my ball sack. There's no way I'm paying $70 for this fucking game, dude. So I went on Xbox 360 store, and it was like $15. Hell, that's the route that I went with it. So that's where I got it from. That's how I've been playing it. That's how I've been streaming it, et cetera, et cetera. It's off my Xbox 360, man. Really, I mean, realistically, could you pay like an extra $45 or $50 and own the physical copy? Yeah. I mean, if that's really your route and that's the what like, makes you feel confident in your life, then so be it. To me, I could care less. I just want to play it in any way, shape, or fashion in the cheapest way that I can. Yeah,
I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 makes sense because you can't download those anymore, so those shoot up in price. And Disney's making a live-action Aladdin finally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I've been getting like my spider sense tingling or something. Because for some reason, I can't stop singing "A Whole New World." It just came out of nowhere one day, and I was like, "Why the fuck is this song stuck in my head?" Maybe my spider sense has been tingling, man. Maybe I need to, you know what I mean? Maybe I got some kind of like third fucking eye I didn't know about.
Trying to read who the. Let's see. Oh, Will Smith is going to be in one of the roles. That's interesting.
In Aladdin?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, okay. I ain't got nothing wrong with Will Smith. He's a fucking dude, man. So,
and some names I can't even bother to pronounce.
Man, the last episode of what's the last episode? It wasn't the last episode, but the episode for that of Dragon Ball Super, dude. You might have done what I did, man. I fucking teared up, dude. Did you hear about what happened?
Oh no, I didn't.
God, man, are you cool if I tell you? Do you not want me to tell you?
It's fine.
So apparently, it was. I think what they're doing at this point is they're giving all the low like Z fighters like their own little episode before they, you know, eventually get disqualified or et cetera, or knocked out of the ring. And this one was Master Roshi's episode. Master Roshi knocked out 3 fucking people. I'm sorry, excuse me. He knocked out, 3 or 4. He wasn't fucking playing, dude. So he went balls out, apparently, against one opponent. And momentarily, he died. And Krillin and Goku were, like, in tears, crying over it. And I was too, man. I was like, dude, Master Roshi, man. Like, what the fuck? Goku had to like shock him back to life with like Kai blast in his chest, and he came back. He didn't die. And then like Goku was like hugging him like tight as fuck, like I love you. You can't ever leave me. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not crying, man. I just got something in both my eyes right now. It was pretty emotional, but it was really cool to see Master Roshi, man. He still got it, man. But he's old too.
Yeah.
It was dope, dude. It was really fucking good, man. It was a really good fucking episode. Man, there's something else I want to tell you, man. Fuck. All right, so I'm going to tell you this, man. I hope this doesn't ruin it for you.
Oh, it won't.
So Tien gets knocked out. Why do they hate Tien? Why do they hate Tien so much? I mean, like, dude, like he literally has no time under the sun, and when he does, like, he usually ends up having to kill his fucking self in order for him to like, or take himself out in order to like do whatever he needs to do. I understand he's weak and compared to everybody else, et cetera, but that kind of sucked.
Just like they make Yamcha the laughable like joke person.
I mean, if you honestly want to talk about it, I'd rather Tien get knocked out before Krillin, because Krillin was really, I mean, Krillin was killing it there for an episode, man, and then he gets knocked out, and I'm like, dude, really? Why? Then Tien, he actually did a pretty cool move to like take out the guy that he was facing, but it was like, he didn't even take out like multiple people. Like, he had to like exercise all of his options to take out one individual and then still have himself taken out in the process. And I'm like, dude, come on. Give Tien a little more credit than that. I get it. I understand it. That was a little disappointing. That was pretty disappointing.
Yeah, we're currently at the English dub. We didn't have any new episodes last week because of the Labor Day weekend. They're now on the search for the Super Dragon Balls, and so now the tournament's finally about to start. But was it Jocko was really pissing off Bulma. She's like, he's making fun. He's like, yeah, you have little patience, just like your boobs and stuff.
Oh yeah, and she's like beating the shit out of him.
She's beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So I've seen these spoilers, and I don't really like listen. I have watched the spoilers, and I'm like, God, that sounds believable. But at this point, I've kind of like completely excused the spoilers at this point, because I just don't buy into them anymore.
Yeah,
because they sound believable, and sometimes they're accurate. Sometimes they're completely like that is exactly not at all what happened. So apparently Goku is about to get a new form. It's called like Limit Breaker Goku or some shit. It's all over the fucking place. So apparently, someone saw like what happened to Master Roshi, and saw like they could trigger it, like to make him that angry or something like that, or just to get at him. And the theory has been like Frieza's going to kill Master Roshi just to piss him off, and then Goku is going to go like this Limit Breaker Super Saiyan, and Frieza's going to get so angry that he like goes on a rampage and tries to kill everyone from Universe 7 just because he's so angry. He has this new thing. I don't know. There's too many fucking theories out there, but that's one of them. But apparently it's pretty accurate. Goku is going to get pissed. Something's going to happen in the next 5 episodes from what's going on right now, and that Goku's going to get a new form. Which is it's called what they're dubbing it is Limit Breaker Goku. So that'll be interesting.
So it sounds like this is more powerful than his Super Saiyan God form from the looks of it.
Right, exactly. So basically, well, not God, but Blue, because God has like stamina. Blue has like speed, like it burns through his stamina. Blue is the most powerful one. So. Apparently, yeah, something's going to happen where he fucking loses his shit and has a new form, and like it's like fucking 20,000 at this point. How many fucking forms this guy has? But why can't Vegeta get it, man? Vegeta should fucking get it, dude. Vegeta should be the fucking one, man. Anyway,
they always give him a second banana or sidekick role, if you will.
I know, and I fucking hate it because Vegeta's my favorite character. But I mean, still, like, I'm not gonna hate it, man. It's still Goku. He's still the fucking man.
Oh, there's only two people watching.
Oh shit. Well, okay, all right. Well, fair enough. But so what have you playing anything new or old, or what are you playing on right now?
Yeah, I briefly touched Mega Man 9. I'm playing those in short bursts because I heard how frustrating that can be. And I looked for the sales this week. There's not really much anything good worth buying on the PlayStation side.
Yeah, Mega Man 9 was like the one that was like kind of like
Yeah.
a few years released ago, right? Like where they like try to like redo the Mega Man series, if I'm not mistaken, yeah?
Yeah, they turned it back and made it like classic NES style.
So you played it. What did you think of it? Is it like really like live up to the hype? Is it really that fucking hard?
Oh yeah, it's pretty difficult. That's why I downloaded it onto the Wii, but I waited till it got re-released on PS4 with save states because it's that difficult.
Really? Okay. No, I look, man, I know where I'm good and I know where I'm bad, dude. I'm not even gonna attempt to watch that shit, dude. That shit's gonna fucking make me turn into a fucking madman. There's no way in fuck I'm gonna play that shit. Like I played the original Mega Mans, and I learned, dude. I look Mega Man X, I can beat. The original Mega Mans, no, dude. And I watched you play it. Like I said, man, respect where respect is due, man. You were killing that shit.
Oh, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is on sale for $35.
No, I'll invest that $35 into fucking Dragon Ball Z fighters. Have you seen the new videos come out on that though? Like, have you seen like Android 18's in there, Krillin's in there, Trunks is in there.
Yeah.
I think
I'm just pissed that there's going to be a season pass, but I'm not surprised. Like I said, you got to pre-order that to get the Super Saiyan God, Goku, and Vegeta, which is bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I saw the videos, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, it looks really fucking good, dude. I'm super down. And yeah, man. I mean, just to get that shit, I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably pre-order. I might pre-order it, man. I really want to I really want to fucking see it, dude. I really want to see it or play it, man. It looks dope.
But it's funny that people want that game more than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Well, I mean, dude, let's be fair, let's be honest, dude. Dragon Ball Z has a fucking huge following. And I think it's not even like a lot of people who are into Marvel vs. Capcom. It probably is, don't get me wrong. And also the fighting community is very huge, right? But
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who are into fighting games, especially like who like to play like Japanese games like Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom, they're probably watched Dragon Ball Z at one point or another, yeah?
Yeah.
So I would say like not even like it would be like Capcom fans. I think just fighting fans in general are super excited about it. So, and that's myself included, man. I'm down for it. I mean, Marvel's got in it. Like, like I said, I still want to like just be a hypocrite and get it, but at the same time, like I'd rather just pass it up and not look like a fucking buffoon. Number one, being a hypocrite, and number two, them actually doing what I'm predicting them to do is put out a fucking Ultimate or Super Edition or some shit down the line.
That's why I'm waiting. Oh, if you want to play a classic, Miss Pac-Man is 99 cents.
No, I'm good, dude. I've wasted enough money on Miss Pac-Man in the fucking arcade while I was waiting on something else. No, I can wait. I know I'm Miss Pac-Man. I'm good. But
Yeah, that's about the only good thing on here on Namco's sale.
But Destiny 2, man. Man, I gotta say, it's really good, dude.
Yeah. How did you feel when you were waiting that 30 minutes? Like it started to boot you up, and then it kicked you out. I was like, wait, what? You mother.
Oh, dude, I was furious because no bullshit. Like, I did not literally sit and wait in front of my TV for 3 hours. That was like a spoof. But literally, I did have my PS4 on and the TV on. For when the time came, because I was really fucking excited. I didn't literally like wait beside it. It was like, no, I gotta fucking play it. But no, man, I will say I was a little disappointed in that, especially because I pre-ordered it and like as soon as it said go, I pressed the X button. But there's a lot of people out there who play Destiny who are all about the community and play on Twitch and they're verified. So I'm pretty sure they got a little extra bonus into that.
But let me ask you this: do you think Bungie should have anticipated this?
And I mean, yeah, they did. I mean, like, let's be real for a second. I mean, like, a lot of people play that game. I know people think, like, who the fuck plays Destiny anymore? I get it. I understand that thought. But trust me, we're out here, dude. We're out here. It's real. Like, people play this shit. No, but I do think that, like, it was a little bit of a bummer to have to wait for about 25 to 30 minutes to get to play it, especially when I pre-ordered it. But, you know, like I said, in that video, I was like, I kind of expected that shit to happen. It's all good. I mean, I'm not super salty about it or nothing like that. I expected it to happen. But I will say, like, you know, it could have been, I will say, like, you know, I'm just trying to be positive as I get older, you know, because I don't want to have, like, a heart attack or a stroke because I get angry about everything. I'm like, you know, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been, like, this shit just completely shut the fuck down. I'm like, fuck! Kill me!
Yeah, that would suck. You'd be sitting there replaying, like, what the fuck happened to my game?
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to be positive as I get older, man. I mean, it could have been, I mean, I always try to put it in respect, like, could be a lot worse. The shit could have been like, nope, nobody's playing tonight. Yeah, we miscalculated this shit tremendously. We do apologize, and we'll see you in about 24 hours when we get working on this.
Well,
yeah.
At least it's not as bad as, what was it, the Master Chief Collection, which none of that shit worked at launch. None of it.
Well, the campaign worked. That's it.
Yeah, but the online didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to have something to gripe over, I get it. But I mean, if you were really buying the Master Chief Collection just to go online to play multiplayer, I mean, fair enough if that's really what you wanted it for. But I mean, I gotta say at least 85 to 87% of people bought that mostly for the campaign. Could be wrong. I could be mistaken. But I think that was a bigger driving force of that game. It was pretty cool, though. And once it did get fucking, you know, up and going to actually play like a Halo 1 match and a Halo 2 match. But I didn't think no one was sitting there like on day one like, fuck you, 343. I can't play a Halo 1 game in 2016 or whenever the fuck that shit came out. And I'm like, dude, like, it's old news. If you're really dying to play that shit, you know, okay. But
yeah, I saw one video who I used to sub to a long time ago. Yeah, one of them made a video about that.
So
I mean, I get it. Some people play, you know, like you for the single player, and some people might play just for the online. But I think as we slowly move into eventually online only society for games, developers and publishers need to anticipate this. Of course, the one positive with the digital is they can never run out of copies, but with a game that has like huge licensing attached to it, like Marvel vs. Capcom, it could easily be taken down in an instant, which sucks. Which why companies need to iron out the like licensing agreement instead of it being temporary, like you know, iron it out more so it can be up there for a more extended period. Because say you buy a PS4 or whatever long after the licenses expire, well, that doesn't do any good. Oh, I want to down this. Oh, too late.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's like what I like to call there's like so much red tape as we eventually head into an digital only society.
There is, but I mean, we have to be fair. We have to be honest with ourselves. Like that's the way that we're headed as a society. We just are, dude. I mean, I know. I think people.
I accept it.
I think people gave Apple a lot of shit for like not having an ear or audio port on their phone. But dude, you know, let's be real for a minute, man. Dude, that's the direction that we're heading. Like everything's going to be Bluetooth this, Bluetooth that. No wires are going to be needed for like most of this shit. Is that being a little overzealous? Probably. But, I mean, come on, man. Like, I mean, look, these whole physical copy things are going to soon to be phased out. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. And I think that's why PS4 really did what they did when they, like, actually, like, incorporated finally for them to have an external hard drive. Because that was, like one of their, like, major, like, no-nos. And they finally did it. So I think we're all around the board. I think finally coming to the conclusion that digital is just I mean, it's too convenient. I know that it's crazy to say like this is too convenient, but it really is. It's like it's too convenient. Like it's too convenient, and there's no way you can argue like with the word convenience. You can't argue with that. Like put it in any aspect that you want to.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I want a taco. What? Here it is right now. Like, well, no, I don't want it because that's too convenient. Like, how can you argue with too convenient? It's fucking too convenient. Like, how can you argue with something that's too good? That's too great. There's no way you can argue that. Some people will definitely make a fucking statement and say things are too good, they're too easy. Then you fucking, you are literally arguing for the sake of arguing at this point. If you say something is too convenient, then you are literally arguing for the argument's sake.
Yeah. The only people who are going to get pissed are the resellers because they can't resell their games anymore day one to make money, and scalpers.
But here's the thing, like you can actually even still like Green Man. Have you ever heard of Green Man Gaming?
Is that a YouTuber?
No. It's a website.
Company.
Yeah. So basically, what they do is they sell keys to PC games, right? They sell like PC. They sell like Steam keys. They sell like Origin keys, etc., etc. But you can like refurbish that key and sell it back. Not sell it back, but you can say like I don't want to play this game anymore, and you can take that key of the game and give it back to them. Discontinue your service with it, and they'll give you like an extra like little $6 or $7 credit. So like there's even kind of like selling back your games even in a digital way at this point.
Yeah. But let me ask you this: do you think that'll have like a lot of repercussions? Like, oh, I played for an hour, I don't like this game anymore, and then you get your money back. Do you think a lot of people will abuse that?
Well, you can still kind of do that right now. You can do that on Steam. Steam has a refund option, but you literally have to like do it within like the first 4 or 5 hours, and you have to have a pretty valid reason. I've refunded 2 games on Steam, and I've had Steam for about 3 years at this point, and I had both my refunds. Only did 2, but I had pretty fucking valid reasons. Well, maybe not one. The other one, I was just a retard, and I thought like the game was fucking up, but it really wasn't. But I refunded like you remember Resident Evil Raccoon City? Remember that game?
Oh yeah.
And that was on Steam, and like literally it would not boot on my computer. I have a pretty decent PC, and like I emailed Steam. I was like, dude, no, like it doesn't work. And I read the comments. They're like, you need to delete your Play Store app in order for this to work, or the Windows Store app. And I'm like, you want me to delete a pre-installed app on my computer to make your $5 game work? Are you fucking retarded? Like, you really want me to like almost run the risk of fucking up my PC to make this $5 game work? No, thank you. Have your game back. Can I please have my $5 back? No, so I mean, yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. I mean, people are gonna definitely try that shit, but it is what it is. I don't got no fucking problem with it. If for obvious reasons, if it's the reason it should be, but if it's like people are going rampant and like literally it's just like they're doing a YouTube channel like here's the first hour of this game, playing the first hour of it, making a YouTube video of it, and like then trying to get a refund, then like yeah, that's pretty douchey.
Yeah. Well, with eventually digital being soon to be common, how long do you think GameStop has before they go under?
Road Toaster, what's up, bro? How are you, sir? I think GameStop has a lot more longer than we try to give them credit for. I don't think they're going out of business tomorrow. I don't think they're going out of business next year. I don't think they're going out of business like the next 5 years. We need to be realistic, I think, when we talk about GameStop, because some people are like, the death of GameStop is happening, like today. And I'm like, nah, dude, like I really don't think so, man. They've got some life left in them, man. I would give them at least maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 years. And at that point, yeah, they might be going the way of the dinosaur, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot like how Blockbuster was, similar to how, what was it, Redbox and Netflix at that time were just starting to grow. But Blockbuster was still around, so it's going to be a gradual decline. But I don't really go into GameStop as much as I used to. The only reason I went there to get the SNES Mini is because I couldn't go anywhere else to find it.
Right. But, you know, you're not the one, and I'm not the one, but there's definitely the people out there who live by the GameStop code, man. Like, that's life. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking life. Buying those games, trading them, et cetera, et cetera. There's people out there who are really about that stuff, man. It's not me. But there are people out there who are really obsessed with retrading and getting the credit and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But it looks like more now than lately. Like, you know, you're starting to see like a lot of people are just trying to like find any way and every way they can to just fucking scam over GameStop to get a little extra bonus in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like that big that video that GameStop and a few other people I know made. That there was they were taking advantage of a thing. It was like buy two get one free or something. Then they used that free game to trade in and get like an insane train bonus, and then GameStop caught on to that, and then they stopped it immediately.
Yeah. So
I think I don't know why I keep saying GameStop. Downfingers, I think he got the PS4 Pro and the VR, I think, with his trade money.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I mean that's how I got a Switch, but I did it like legit. I mean, I looked around, you know, like garage sales and at Goodwill and stuff, and found stuff that was worth a reasonable amount to trade in. I didn't like try to scam GameStop.
Yeah. I don't think, I mean, you know, if there's a loophole in there and you found it and successfully did it, like, you know, not shame on you, man. Like, really shame on the company. Like, they shouldn't open themselves up to something like that. It's like, you know, it's not like, you know, hey, man, you're in the middle of a fight. It's like, hit me, and the guy hits you and he knocks you the fuck out. Like, you deserved it. You know what I mean? You opened yourself up for that shit. So I won't ever sit there and say, like, it's GameStop's, oh, you know, take it easy on them, et cetera, et cetera. Like, no, if they had that loophole and they were stupid enough, like, they opened themselves up for something like that. You know what I mean? So shame on them. Not shame on anybody who took advantage of it. But my whole thing is, like, I feel like you see that more times than none now, where it's like you just keep seeing like these like little loopholes that they keep opening themselves up for. I don't think this is the first one. I don't think it's the second one or the third or fourth or fifth, but I think like they keep opening themselves up for like these really stupid things where they don't understand, like, you know, people are going to find advantage in any way, shape, or form they can to save a buck.
Yeah, but like if I see on eBay, even after fees, like if I can get more selling a game on eBay versus taking it to GameStop, yeah, of course I'm gonna sell it on eBay instead of taking it to GameStop. But if it's about even, then I'd rather take it to GameStop instead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't fucking take nothing to GameStop, man. I you know what? Fuck that shit, dude. Like I said, I've already accepted. I already said this. Like, anything good, bad, or ugly, dude, I accept it. I made that decision. I made a firm decision. I'm there. I'm standing by it. So, you know, and that's cool, man. If people want to take their shit to GameStop, I will never take anything to GameStop, dude. I'm not gonna get raped. Look, I'm not. Look, I don't want to be raped, especially, and I don't want to be raped in any way, shape, or form, especially by GameStop. So,
oh, we have a new comments from the Rogue Toaster.
Oh yeah, Rogue Toaster, man. He's I'm subbed to him. He's subbed to me, man. He's a cool ass fucking dude, man.
And yeah, I was gonna ask you this question. To you, what defines buyer's remorse? What would what would make you have buyer's remorse for buying something? I know you said you kind of have buyer's remorse for the Switch, but to you, what defines buyer's remorse?
Buyer's remorse means my expectations were not met. My expectations were not even like they're lived up to. Like, I kind of know the flaws, et cetera, but like even like kind of going in like knowing the flaws that maybe something has, and it really just disappointed on all angles. So that's why I made that video about the Switch where I said like I had buyer's remorse, because I kind of do. Like, I don't have buyer's remorse in the sense like it's getting its play. It's not getting its play for me, but it's getting play for my kids. And for me, I have buyer's remorse because I thought like I would use the system a lot more than I anticipated, and I didn't. Like not even like over anticipate, like just regular anticipate. Like I anticipated to play this game or the system, for so many amount of game or hours, et cetera, et cetera. Dude, I've barely touched that fucking thing. So for $300 that was wasted into it, like I would gladly pay that $300 for just other games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I have buyer's remorse, because I feel like I spent money into a system where it's like I don't feel like I'm getting back out of it what I've invested into it.
Yeah. I will say this needs to change with Nintendo, but of course this is Nintendo we're talking about, and they won't change. A lot of their published games, like the Pokemons, like especially the old ones, like X and Y, I think they came out like 2012, 2013, something like that, and they're still like $40 new, and those games should be at least $20 now new, because those games are old.
Yeah.
Of course, in a way, Nintendo's all like Disney. They think our stuff is gold, and that's why especially Nintendo games always maintain their value, but they're very stingy about even having sales, they have very little. And I've been watching like a hog for the Pro controller to go on sale, so I'm probably gonna have to wait till November to get my hands on that.
Do you think I was a little bit overzealous by saying that, though? I mean, I think that my argument could be taken one way or the other.
Yeah.
But why fucking $70 fucking dollars? Why?
It's way more than a PS4 and Xbox One controller, which makes absolutely no sense.
It's $10 more. It doesn't even have an audio jack on it. It's a run-of-the-mill fucking controller. That's it. Like, there's nothing that's very like different about it. It's a controller. Like, that's it. Like, there's nothing unique about it in any way, shape, or form.
Other than the Amiibo reader, but they could still make it cost $60, even with that little reader to put your Amiibo on it and read it.
They could sell fucking PS4 and Xbox One controllers for fucking $20. Dude, they're made by like kids in China for like $3.50. And they turn them over and sell them for $60. That's neither here nor there. But the thing is,
yeah.
The equivalent of the Amiibo reader to an audio jack and the shit that does, dude, come on. It's insane. And look, I get it. It's a $10 difference. But to me, it's the principle and the arrogance of Nintendo. It's like, we're the best. Fuck you. $10 more for our fucking controller.
Yeah.
Dude, and it doesn't even come with the goddamn system. It doesn't even come with it. You get a fucking plastic fucking slide on. You get the equivalent of a Hot Pocket sleeve. You know what I mean? You get the equivalent of a goddamn Hot Pocket sleeve. Basically,
that's a good one.
You can fucking heat your Hot Pocket the same goddamn way, right? But here's a goddamn plastic thing that makes it heat up evenly. Fuck you, Nintendo. Suck my dick doing a handstand.
Oh, that's a great one. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but I was wondering if somebody was gonna use that reference. That's awesome. I give you an A+ for that, man.
Yeah, I'll be right back too, man. I'm making a drink. right. What up?
But yeah, that good hot pocket sleeve, that was a good one. But I think eventually they will include that charge grip in the as a pack-in, but not for a very long time.
Yeah. I mean,
And I get it, with new systems, companies need to make money off accessories for X amount of time before they bundle in. I get it. But yeah, I think people just need to, if they want the controller, they either need to pay the 70 or buy that third party one that Black Metal Gamer talked about that's wired for like 30, 35 or something.
I mean, you can argue like the Xbox One controller. I mean, you can't use like your own headset or anything like that. You have to buy it's like $25, $30 adapter for it. I don't know how much it is now. I assume it's probably around the same price. That's kind of crappy too. But I mean, it also like took PS4 like showing the light, like this is standard with our controller. So
yeah,
but I just don't understand like the Switch would like just not have. I mean, look. What do you think about the Joy-Cons snapped onto that plastic fucking hot pocket sleeve? Like, do you think it's comfortable? Do you like that thing? Do you think it's aesthetically like presentable? Do you think it's prosthetically like just comfortable? Do you think it's good?
I think it feels a lot better than the Wii U, because I remember going like to Walmart holding a Wii U. To me, since you own a Wii U, maybe you can compare like. Does the Wii U gamepad feel more bulkier than the Switch, even though it's smaller?
I will say, like, I think that the Switch is, I actually really don't mind it in portable mode. I think it's super fucking comfortable. I have no issues with it in portable mode. It's when it shrinks down to this fucking thing, the fucking this thing. I don't like this. Like, to me, it just I don't like it. Just not feel comfortable, but it feels more spaced out and more comfortable in portable mode and more accessible. So however you want to take it, man. I mean, everybody has their own preference. Like Down Phoenix said, like he really likes the controller, and I mean, it's all a preference at that point, and I get it. That's kind of my personal preference with it. I don't find it very, very comfortable. I don't like it. But I mean, for $300 fucking bucks, you're essentially getting an upgraded Wii. I mean.
Yeah, upgraded Wii, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, it's portable. I think that's his whole fucking thing, right? That's his whole fucking gimmick. You can, put it in dock mode, portable mode, et cetera, and, so whatever, what have you. Does that really warrant a $300 price tag? To me, not really, man. Not really.
I should have probably been $250 minimum, because I think, let's see, yeah, the Wii was $250 at launch, and I'm trying to think. Let's see, Wii U.
No, the Wii U was $300. It was $300.
Oh, I was thinking of the original Wii. The original Wii was $250.
Was it $250? I thought that was $3. Well, it might have been $250. You might be right.
Yeah, because we got it when the price dropped to $200. It was a couple of years. I believe it was 2010 when we got it. It was on November, just before the Thanksgiving holiday, when it dropped to $199, and we got it.
Okay, fair enough. But the Wii for me, man, was a bitch to get, dude. Like, I remember going to Best Buy like week after week after week. I was like, hey, you guys got any Wiis? Nah, man, we ain't got any. Hey, you guys got any Wiis? Nah, man, we ain't got any. I'm like, dude, I just want to fucking play Wii bowling. How hard is it? I just want to play Wii bowling for once in my own house without having to like go to a party or someone has one, because that was the way to play it at the time. Remember, like everybody had a Wii except for you. And at one point, everybody had a Wii except for you. Like maybe it's like, hey, Wii U, we're gonna give one to you. Everybody had one, dude. Everyone had one except for like me. And I used to go to like parties and play like Wii bowling and baseball and et cetera, and like bars. It was even a big deal to like go to a bar and like some dude would like rent out his Wii so you could play like the Wii in the bar. I remember that was like kind of a big thing too. Playing bowling and shit in the fucking thing. I was like, man, this is pretty fucking cool. And I really wanted one, and like, dude, it was a bitch to get.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard stories of like scalpers just like bought them up for a couple years just to resell them.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. But like I said, by the time we got ours, and 2010, the whole like fad had kind of died down. You could just walk into like Walmart or Best Buy, wherever, and get one by that time. What year did you get yours?
I got it the same year it came out, but I got it like at least 5 months after it came out, maybe 6. Maybe less. I can't remember. It's very spotty time. I can't remember exactly when I got it, but I remember. I just remember like never being able to get one. And maybe if I like made my horizons a little bit broader, like maybe I could have like found one easier. But like I remember, I used to always go to like the same Best Buy for everything, and I went to the same Best Buy and I couldn't fucking get it.
Yeah, it's like we did with the SNES. First we called one GameStop and I said, "Do you have them?" And he said yes. And but by the time we got down there, they were already sold out. And so there was another one just down the street. And so like, yeah, Mom was like, "Oh, why don't you just try that one?" Okay. When like I said, we got the very last one they had, and but at least now with the mini, they're being smart and only doing like one per person. Like Mr. Regular Joe can't walk in there and get it. But let me ask you this with the Wii, did you ever do the whole like virtual console download thing, like download like Super Mario Brothers or any
I
other?
did, and I still have my original Wii that I bought. Yeah, I have like I have a Star Fox 64 on it, dude. I have like Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario Brothers 2, original Super Mario Brothers I think is on there. I to answer your question, yes, I definitely did that. I did that. And why? I don't fucking know why. I haven't touched those games since, but it was always like that cool little like, oh man, I can go back and play these games. And I'm like, cool. I don't know why the fuck I'm paying this much money, like $10 for like, I've already fucking played these games. Why am I doing that? I know there's a lot of people out there like, dude, you're not a retro gamer. Like, okay, fair enough. I'm fucking not. I like to play the new games. I've already experienced this shit. I've already played those games. I've played them more times than needed. Cybernetic Slayer, sir, how are you, man? Thanks for stopping by, man. Much obliged, sir.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you say to the regular? Let's just call him Joe Schmo, just for the heck of it. Hey, I'm Joe Schmo, and I want to own every version of Super Mario Brothers that exists. You know, NES, download, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, etc. What do you say to a person like that?
I probably wouldn't say anything to him because I don't think me and them could be friends. You know what I mean? It's like there's no point in me and this person coexisting in the same room. You know what I mean? It's just like why do you need to have all of that? Like what is your driving force in life? You know what I mean? Like just to have the same game over and over and over and over and fucking over and over, dude. Play something else for fucking once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, I understand people are like really obsessed about games from the old days. I fucking get it, dude.
Yeah.
But why?
GBA, like for me, like that made sense because that was like the closest thing at the time that we had to a portable Super Nintendo. Since you couldn't take like say your copy of Super Mario World obviously and stick it in a Game Boy Advance, you couldn't do that. But with GBA, that was like the next best thing. So that GBA was a pretty big deal.
I think that's like one of the most top selling handheld / console things of like all fucking time, man. If not all time, it's definitely like in the top 5. Yeah, it's definitely in the top 5.
I think it's probably second, and I think DS like took that spot. But yeah, I think the Game Boy line I think is second now.
Yeah, it did a little P like take that.
Did you have one of those?
I did not have a Game Boy Advance. I did not have a Nintendo DS. No, man. I just was like, I didn't really play games like that. Like, I mean, portable things were cool. I mean, the first portable thing that like I ever had, like, damn, excuse me. The first game system that I had that was portable that like I played the ever living fuck out of was the PSP. Mm-hmm. That was a big fucking deal for me, man. I got that red one, the God of War version.
Yeah.
And I got it for God of War because I was all about God of War, man. That shit was fucking amazing to me. And
oh, you do know they ported those to the PS3, right?
Yeah. I know, but that was like later on down the line. This is like when PSP first came out, and I
Yeah,
was like, I have to.
have to have it now. Yeah,
Yeah. And Final Fantasy Crisis Core was a
Core, yeah.
big fucking deal to me because it was all the backstory and like always
Mm-hmm.
that was like actually the driving. I think that was the reason I got it. I knew
me
that
too.
either that game came out or I knew it was coming out. And I got the God of War version. I was like, fuck it. It's like, the same price with an added game in it or like a little bit cheaper. Something like that. So I got it, and I got Crisis Core, but I also got like a lot of other games that like I'm glad I ended up owning it because I played a lot of really interesting fucking games. Man, the BSP was pretty fucking solid, dude.
Yeah. You can put emulators on. That's what most people use a PS4. I mean, not PS4, PSP for nowadays.
Yeah. And it's cool, man. I mean, I won't fuck with mine because, like, I'm just like, I don't know if this is weird to say, but like, when I buy a console, like, I don't fuck with it. I don't plan on changing it. Like, I buy it for what it is. And if that's not your cup of tea and you really want to change it up, et cetera, like, cool, like, no hate or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I love my PSP, man, and I really love my PS Vita before it got stolen, man. The PS Vita, I think, was hands down. Like, I mean, there's even comparisons now. Like, why even buy a Nintendo Switch when you have a PS Vita on the market? How many games are for it? It has Wi-Fi capabilities. Well, not on top of Wi-Fi capabilities, but like it has like you could play this shit online in the wild. You know what I mean? So I think the fucking Vita was just. I think the Vita it killed it, dude. I really do. So actually, it's a really good question. What do you think? Do you think Sony's going to make another handheld market console?
Yeah.
Do you think they will?
Well, I've heard the rumors. There was a rumor that Sony might make a Switch equivalent of their newest handheld, assuming they make a.
Dude, you know what? I'm a complete retard. I did see that shit too. Like that's actually a kind of a hot topic. What the fuck am I talking about? But it's like the equivalent of like it's like a fucking TV. I mean, who's carrying around a fucking TV?
Yeah.
It's like a fucking 22-inch fucking lap monitor you got to carry around with extra peripherals. Like, I wouldn't say that's necessarily portable.
Oh, speaking of portable TVs, you remember back in the early to mid 90s when everybody was having like little portable mini CRT TVs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm being how TV's all digital now. I miss seeing that.
Yeah. But PS4 portable thing, like that just blows my fucking mind, dude. Like that, I mean, it's the pictures that I've seen of it or the images that I've seen of it is probably a little bit fabricated. It's probably not going to be that. It probably doesn't even exist. But for real though, like really, dude? If you carry that shit around like where I live at, somebody's gonna run by and jerk that shit out of your fucking hand and keep on fucking running. Dude, you're just a fucking walking target at this point. If you're basically carrying around like a 22 fucking inch monitor TV in your hand. I'm gonna run by and snatch that shit out of your hand and keep on fucking jogging, dude.
but I do think like I've seen like people make like PS3 and Xbox 360s like portable, but you have to buy like these huge like case things with like hookups and stuff, and like really the only really like true portable console I've seen is the PS1 with the screen, which I have one of those because you could plug that into your cigarette lighter and play it. Of course, this is long before PSP even existed, and that was like the really first like portable Sony console that we ever saw.
Yeah, I've seen that too. But is that screen like is it like even worth it at all? I have never seen one in person. So I guess that's my question is like is it like does it look decent enough?
It's oh yeah, it's I would get the official Sony brand and not the third party one. But yeah, if you can find one and you want to take your PS1 on the go, by all means, go for it. Just the only thing is you have to take like disc with you, which like PSP made that irrelevant because you could just download say Medieval or Final Fantasy VII and put that on your memory card and take that with you.
Okay.
But granted, not every PS1 game is on there because there's like, I want to say 200 or so, 200 PS1 games on PSN, which is very reasonable. And I think now we're up to I want to 50 about 52 or so PS2 remasters on PS4. What is one remaster that you're still waiting on to hit the PS4?
Fucking Final Fantasy VII, dude.
Oh man, I'm talking about PS2 remaster on.
Oh,
the
PS2 remaster. PS2 remaster. Man.
I don't think they'll remaster God of War since they have the collections on PS3.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many. Like a big game for me. I know everybody bought it for like that pack-in demo was, what's it called? Where you fight like in like Mech Warriors. Fuck, what was it called? That was good too, man. I really liked that fucking game. Fuck, what is it called? It was made by Konami. Zone of the Enders.
Oh yeah.
Did you play the first one?
I've seen a little bit of videos, and I believe I played a demo of it briefly. That's about all I've touched on it.
It has an HD remaster already, but like that was to me that game was fucking awesome, super fucking good, dude. I really like that game, but it already has an HD remaster. It's kind of hard to say because I think like just about every PS2 game that was really really good has some kind of HD remaster at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So. Not too many I can think of PS2 wise. I can think off the top of my head where I'm like, this needs one. Where I'm like, yeah, I think the ones that kind of like already deserve it kind of have it.
Have one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the popular ones already at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll gradually roll out more games later on, and there's 2 games I'm waiting on, assuming that they ever get on PS4 at all. So you gonna be playing some more Destiny 2 this weekend?
Hell yeah, man! I played it today. Like I was like, so here's a fucking stupid story. I know this like Hurricane Irma or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's coming up the coast, and we lost all of our business this week because of that shit.
Yeah.
So I drove all the way to work, and they're like, "Yeah, everything's canceled." I'm like, "Fucking shit!" So I'm like, "Let me take my ass home." And I came home today. I played Destiny 2 all fucking day today. I will say, man, if you are on the fence or you think that Destiny 2, you had a lot of gripes with it, man, it's really addressed a lot of that shit. It's very story driven. It's a good fucking game, man. It's good. Granted, it is more of the same. Don't expect to go into like have this complete fucking change.
Overhaul, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that, but I think they've made a change enough where it's worthy of a 2 after the name. So, dude, I'm really loving it. I'm really enjoying it, man. I think it's fucking. I will say like I'm really liking it, man. I think they've done a great job with it. So,
yeah, we just mailed a package to Florida a few days ago, and it happened to be in Miami, which is in direct path of the storm, and I just messaged the buyer saying, well, if you had to evacuate, you need to let the post office know, because I just got a notice from the post office saying, okay, it's currently at the post office, and if it's not picked up within 15 days, it's going to be shipped back to us. So I just messaged the guy saying, hey, if you don't pick up your package, assuming the guy's still down there, you're gonna have to pay for us to ship it back to you.
yeah.
Because I think since the guy's in Miami, I'm thinking he had to evacuate, but if that's the case, why is the post office still like running today if everybody has to evacuate for the hurricane? I know it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I seen like I think Black Metal Gamer posted this like on his Facebook or something like that. He was like, we need to stop like naming hurricanes like pussy names like Katrina or something like that. We didn't name him like Hitler or like like death black motherfucker, kill your whole family and rape your children. Like that will make people evacuate appropriately.
Yeah, Hurricane Death. Yeah, Hurricane Death is coming. You need to get out of its way.
Hurricane dildo with spikes. Yeah, Hurricane dildo with spikes is coming. Yeah, I'm gonna pack my shit up and get the fuck out of here immediately. I'm not trying to have my ass raped in any way, shape, or form, especially with spikes. All right, I'm the fuck out of here. But I mean, it makes sense. It's like, oh, Hurricane Henry's coming. It's like, oh, I know a Henry. He's a nice guy. He probably won't fuck my shit up too bad. Hurricane Henry comes and like just fucking is drunk as fuck, like tears your whole fucking living room up, and is puking on your carpet. And you're like, Henry, why? What are you doing? He's like, dude, man, I know you weren't expecting this shit, but I drank too much.
But yeah, a lot of people are saying that's bad, worse than Andrew, and they still don't know if it's gonna go like up the coast or if it's gonna go like.
Yeah, I know. And it's crazy, man. Like, my whole business canceled for this whole fucking week. And I'm like, dude, all right, cool, whatever. I mean, I understand. It's better safe than sorry. I get it. But here's the thing. I think everybody's freaking out over this whole thing because of what happened in Texas. I get it. I understand it. They look at what happened in Texas. They're like, oh, God, that could happen here, or et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I think in Florida's case, they're going to have more damage than flooding. Because remember...
dude, Florida always gets fucked up with this shit, though. Florida's like I mean, dude, at this point, like, move the fuck out of Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching the Weather Channel earlier today, and they said they had to upgrade their, like, building codes because they've had, like you said, so many hurricanes. But, I mean, here in Mississippi, we rarely get hurricanes. They either go to Texas or Louisiana. I mean, we got a little bit of rain from Harvey, but that was about it.
Yeah. What about Hugo? You remember Hugo?
When was that?
1997, I think. It was a big fucking deal, man. It ravaged the whole East Coast, dude. I mean, it fucked up everything in its path from Florida all the way up to New York.
Well,
and I was like fucking 10 years old and shit.
Yeah,
at
I
that
was
point.
young at the time too, so I don't remember.
But I remember as a kid, we had to like literally stay under our fucking table in the kitchen because shit got real, man. It got real fucking quick. The power was out. Shit was flying all over the fucking place, breaking the windows. And I remember like peeking up from like behind the table, looking outside for like a brief second, and I have always like this visual inside my head. Man, I saw like shit just fucking literally like my toys and shit were like bye bye. they were fucking gone, dude. I was like, oh shit, this shit is real, dude. Don't fuck around with hurricanes. So I get it. I mean, I understand. Like I lived through one.
Yeah,
that was a real serious one. Nothing like Hurricane Harvey or anything like that, man. Like, I mean, I felt bad for. Did you see that video that went kind of viral with that lady who had like a baby in her hands, and CNN was interviewing her, and he was like, "What do you think about the hurricane?" and blah blah. And he was like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Like, why are you putting a microphone in front of my face? Like, I just lost everything I have. My child is soaking wet." Like, we just lost everything we own. Like, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you trying to interview me? Like, I felt bad for her, dude.
I know.
I felt so bad for her, man. I'm like, you could feel her frustration. Like, dude, I mean, could you imagine? Like, you just lost every fucking thing you ever had. It's gone. It's gone.
And a lot of people over there didn't have flood insurance either. So
I mean, yeah.
They're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I mean, after seeing that shit, dude, I wouldn't even, like, mind even paying like an extra $22 for like flood insurance, man, because you never know. That shit could happen, dude. It could fucking happen.
Yeah, we live on a hill, so we're good. The only thing we would have to worry about is earthquakes. But honestly, unless you live in like California or somewhere, you wouldn't need to worry about earthquakes. And they've been having a lot of fires over in like California and like Arizona and places like that. So I guess it doesn't matter where you live in the U.S. You always have to deal with something, so you might as well just stay right where you are. But like you said, if you live in Florida, you might want to go move somewhere else.
Unless you live in Oregon. I never hear anything from Oregon. I need to move out to Oregon, man. Oregon's like pretty fucking solid, dude. You never hear anything from Oregon, man. They're just like quiet and chill as fuck.
We're good old Oregon. We're fine.
Dude, that's like, you know what? If there's a zombie apocalypse, man, I'm going to Oregon. Like, we don't even have zombies. Like, what the fuck are zombies? And I'm like, why did I move here before? You know, like, there's no issues out here. Good shit. Good on you guys, man. Good old Oregon, man.
Yeah, and they got the other hurricane thing I forgot what it's called. That one's going to Mexico, but I think they said that one's gonna like evaporate, and then they got that Jose or whatever the hell it's called is right behind Irma.
Yeah, but I think everybody's kind of freaking out a little bit, understandably so. I mean, it's fucking, you know, Texas was a big fucking deal. I get it, man. It was a big fucking deal. A lot of people lost a lot of shit, et cetera, et cetera. So, I'm not freaking out. I'm kind of content with what's happening. You know, it's apparently coming our way. I mean, the news says, like, dude, you're going to be in the fucking eye of it. And I'm like, whatever, man, whatever. How many hurricanes have we had? I mean, the news, I think, like, that's their bread and butter, man. They got to hype every fucking thing up to get a fucking news rating, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, they got to get their precious ad view or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your views.
Yeah. And that's like, I think that's the problem that we have in America, man. It's just stupid shit like that. Like,
yeah.
You know, and I saw a picture the other day where it was like, you know, there was like some black guy like helping a white guy out of the water in Texas, and it was like, this is humanity. Don't let the media divide us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like, people are people. We're all human beings. We all love one another. I think we do. I think the media is the one that just makes us look like savage pieces of fucking animal waste. Like, we're just fucking animals in a cage. Like, we're not. Like, we all like one another. We all love one another. We all appreciate one another. It's like, stop making us out like we hate each other, because we don't. We don't. And, you know, and then there's certain people who are like, they you know, they take everything at face fucking value, where it's like, I gotta fucking, this is how it is. This is how I am. It's like, dude, you know, get out of your house for fucking 5 minutes. You know, stop watching everything you see and believe in it. You know, be a human being for fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's like I don't believe everything I read on the internet, but yeah, the only reason I was watching like the coverage, especially like 2 days prior, is just to watching like for sure until they had it nailed down where it was going, because they didn't know like 2-3 days ago if it was going to go like to Florida or up to the Gulf of Mexico. They didn't know, but they said they got it pretty nailed down that it's going to Florida, unless it happens to do a total 180.
Yeah, but then you have like everybody like, oh, hey, everybody, by the way, watch the news because it's going to your state. Hey, by the way, California, you might be getting a piece of this shit too. And California's like, oh man, I need to log in the internet. I you know, like, we got him. You know, North Dakota, you might be getting a little bit of fucking hurricane, whatever the fuck it's called. North Dakota might get a fucking hurricane at this point. Fucking Toronto might get a little piece of that too. It's like, dude, come on. Like, clearly you're just exaggerating the shit to get people to like watch it, to be upset, scared, et cetera, et cetera. And I get it, man. People are they're sheep, man. They just fucking follow the fucking, you know, they follow, man. They do, man. And
but like I said, I wouldn't be in like scared. I mean, there's just being scared and being like cautious, just watching until, like I said, until they know for sure where it's going. But the one thing that really pisses me off was all this like price gouging shit, like water and just the basic like living essentials that you need.
Yeah. So, dude, fuck it, man. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? If I need some water, dude, look, man. I've watched enough fucking, you know, Survivor, man, to know that if I gotta piss in a Balkan water bottle, we'll make it happen. Look, we're not gonna fucking die in a month. All right? I got this. I've been waiting for some shit like this, man. I've been preparing. What's the other one? I saw some, like, fucking, you know what? I think some of these shit, like, people just, like, they just do things to do things. There's, like, a picture of a lady at Walmart who apparently, like, bought 4 fucking carts of Aquafina and was like, fuck everybody, like I'm not even sparing any. And I'm like, dude, you're just making people look bad for the sake of making them look bad. Like maybe like this picture was like maybe from like 10 years ago. 10 years ago. This shit's not relevant. It's not real. Like you're just trying to make someone look bad because it gets a hit. It gets a view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shit's probably from like fucking 10 years ago. Like probably like you know, in Hurricane Katrina and shit.
Yeah.
It's just really disappointing how humanity is nowadays, man. They just try to make everything look, you know, so just a terrible way, man. It's really disappointing.
And it's one of the reasons why I stopped watching like the news every day. All I hear is, oh, somebody died. This or this sad thing happened. That's why I don't watch the news. It's all like sad shit. I'm like, talk about something good.
Yeah, and you know that's another thing. Like, I tell you, man. Like, you know, it's literally, yeah, and that's kind of like what people watch it for, man. To be honest with you, like, what's wrong with something positive? What's wrong with that? I mean, there's so many people out there who do good nowadays. You never hear about that shit. All you hear is about the negative, bad, etc., etc. It's so disappointing, man. I fucking hate it, man. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah. If I want to watch negative, I'll look up a rant on YouTube.
KamikazeSoundwaves.com.
But yeah, if I know you can't upload anything in like the next like 3 or 4 days, I'll know that your power is up.
Oh yeah, it sucks too because Destiny 2 just came out, and like if that's the case, like if it really does hit here, I won't be able to work. Then I can't play Destiny 2. Like fuck my life. What's the point?
Yeah,
this hurricane's here for no reason, dude. I can't even play a video game that I really want to play. Like why, dude?
I will admit that would be funny. Like all of a sudden you stream it, all of a sudden it cuts out. Everybody like, what the fuck happened? Oh, I know. The hurricane just hit his area.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna suck so much. Especially because it's like the only game I really want to fucking play at this point. And I'm like, fuck it, back to Street Fighter 3 online. Not even online. To fucking fight Gil by myself. And I actually beat him, like, I have no witness. Like, hey, did you see that? I'm like, oh, yeah, there's no internet. Had to be like, back when it was, like, when, you know, we were, like, normal human beings.
I'm trying to think of, like, other stuff to talk about. I'm, like, burnt out. But, yeah, I'll keep you in my thoughts, man, as it gets up your way, but hopefully it won't be as bad once it gets up.
It won't be, man. Hurricanes get their power from the water. Now, Hugo was the motherfucker because it literally went up the coast with half its ass in the water and its other ass or its face on the land. So, yeah, so that's why that was a motherfucker. Once that shit hits land, dude, it loses all its power immediately because it draws its power from the water, dude. So yeah. I'm not worried about it, man. I'm literally like I said, there might even like the school like sent out a message like we're gonna cancel school next week. I'm like, it's not even here yet. Like, what the fuck? Chill the fuck out, dude. Give us like 5 fucking minutes. It's not even in our proximity yet. You're talking about closing down the banks and everybody's taking a day off. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why? This shit's not even close to me yet.
If you want to hear something funny, like down here in Mississippi, they would always like cancel, like if we got barely even like a foot of snow, school would get canceled. I'm like, why?
No, I get it though. I mean, here's the thing, like the same like you are, like I am, like my state is not prepared for snow. Snow is still dangerous and ice is still dangerous, but those places that like, you know, like, well, we get 10 feet of snow and we still drive on it. I'm like, because there's something in your state's budget that prepares for snow. And they salt the roads. They prepare for this shit. My state is like, dude, it happens once a year. Maybe twice. So there's no preparation for it. So I kind of understand that part. But at the same time, I'm like, literally, these are fucking flurries. Like, you can't even build a snowman out of this shit. You could, even if you were on meth, I don't care. You couldn't build a snowman out of this shit. Even if you bought like fucking 40 bags of cocaine, you couldn't build a snowman out of this shit. You cannot build a snowman. There's nothing to build it out of, dude. There's nothing.
Have you ever eaten snow ice cream?
Snow ice cream?
Yeah, it's I'm trying to remember how she makes it. It's you take like regular snow. You take trying to think, vanilla and sugar and like one or two other things, and you mix it up and you like let it freeze for just a little bit, and you eat it.
Oh, it's like yeah. I got you. Yeah. Have I ever done it? No, I haven't ever done it.
Oh, you should. It's really good.
Dude, I'd be scraping shit off the pavement like where the dogs piss and shit. We don't get snow here, man. Like it never fucking happens, man.
I mean, we get it rarely more than you guys do. I mean, it's got to be like super fucking cold, and it's got to stick.
Yeah, exactly. And no, I mean we like I said, we're every year we're due for one. We're due for one. And we either get like a really good snowstorm or an ice storm, et cetera, et cetera. We're due for one every year. But still, like most of the time, like I said, you cannot build like a fucking midget snowman out of this shit. Like you can't do it. I don't care how vivid your imagination is. Like there's no snowman being built. And every time it snows, like kids are like, "Hey, let's go play in the snow," and I'm like, "That's just gonna be gone in like 45 minutes." And I swear to God, the sun peeks his head out and it's fucking gone. It's fucking gone, dude.
Yeah, probably the biggest snow we had was probably like 25 years ago, and it was like good probably 3 or 4 inches, and that was probably like the most that we ever saw. But yeah, most of all we get anytime we get snow, it's always that mixed shit where it's snow and water, and it's not real snow.
Exactly. It's more rain, but it just happened to be like a little bit colder. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But you would figure like our state and yours would have at least some in the budget to like ice the roads, because a lot of people gonna be like traveling when it gets like really cold later.
Yeah. Well, they'll attempt to salt the roads, but I mean that's the equivalent of me like someone driving my truck. I mean, get in the back of it and like turn those little salt packets off and like sprinkling like, stop. Hold on, I gotta open another one. Stop! I gotta open another one. Stop! I gotta open another one. It's like they don't do shit, dude.
Yeah.
They'll do that to be like, just to make sure like your boss is like, hey, I saw her the road, get your ass in here. And then nothing ever happens because no one's stopping by because it's fucking snowing. There was a funny video I saw. It was like, a news show. I forgot where it was from, but it was like, no matter what you do, experts advise for you to stop all road traffic, et cetera, et cetera. Do not use the roadways. It's very dangerous. And there was this lady at the gas station. She's like, why are you driving tonight? She's like, I wanted a donut. I was like, I was like, fucking Bamf, dude. Badass motherfucker. Doesn't give a fuck, dude. She just wanted a donut.
And this I've never tried, but I really want to try it one day when it gets like really hot. Like people take, like when it's like really hot outside, it's gotta be like over at least 100 plus. You take like an egg and put it on the street and let it fry itself.
Oh well, it does not get that hot here, but I've seen videos of people doing that shit out in the West, man. That shit's crazy, dude. That heat, I would rather just fucking die. I would rather fucking die. Here's the thing with cold. All right, I can deal with the cold. I run hot. I basically wear a jacket maybe once or twice the entire year when it's like super cold. I can deal with the cold. You can get a jacket, you can get a blanket, et cetera, et cetera. But when it's hot, like there's nothing you can do except for be angry. There's nothing you can do. I don't care how much clothes you take off. You're still fucking hot and you're still fucking angry. You're just gonna be fucking frustrated the entire day. When it comes to being hot, dude, I can't deal with this shit. When it comes to being cold, I'll figure out something to do. But when it comes to being hot, dude, I'd fuck it. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. That's a different fucking animal that I'm not willing to fucking wrestle.
Yeah. And speaking of the city, like we unfortunately on our street corner where our house is, we have like a big like manhole sewer, and the city's so freaking lazy, man. Like we had to buy like our own like roach like killing powder and shit like that, because we took a picture one time when it was like really humid during the summer. It was like all covered in roaches. I was like, here, I mean, are you gonna do something about this? So I'm like, the workers like, no. I'm like, okay. Then we had to get our own little like stuff, and it keeps roaches out, which is good. So if we ever do get a new house, one, we're not gonna have a sewer anywhere. B, not gonna have like near a ditch, and 3, not gonna live on a corner because that just means more grass to cut.
Right. Yeah. All right, man. Well, it's getting late around where I am, man. It's going after 2:00 in the morning. I do have to take my ass to work tomorrow. I was lucky enough to like go to work, and they're like, everything's canceled. I'm like, fuck it. And literally, that's what I told them. I was like, fuck it. I'm going home. I'll be back tomorrow. I told the other guys like to take the day off, and I was like, fuck it. I'll just work tomorrow. So,
did they say if it was is your work like canceled for the rest of the week, or was it just that day?
I got to go in tomorrow just to make sure the hotel is presentable for certain people if they may stop by, because it's a big chain of hotels. So, some people might stop by and be like, even though we're having a hurricane, we're going to make sure you're up to code. I'm like, yeah, that's more important than lives, et cetera, et cetera, and people eating appropriately. But thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. So no, that's what I'm basically going in tomorrow, just to make sure everything's tip top. And then, other than that, that's all I got tomorrow. So I'll probably be streaming some Destiny 2 probably tomorrow night. And I actually wanted to stream the entire game, but I was like, dude, I got home today and I was like, my kids were like fighting over fucking Power Rangers and, who was going to eat the last fucking chicken wing and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I want to play this game and I cannot stream all this shit going on, so I had to play it. So I will be playing that shit tomorrow for sure. Probably streaming it tomorrow night. So,
other than Destiny 2, what are some other games that you are looking forward to in 2017?
Man, that's all I got, man. I knew once that game came out, dude, I was gonna be hooked, and rightfully so. I played it today, and I got home at like 4:00. I made dinner, et cetera, et cetera. I jumped on it around 6:30, and until 9:30, dude, my kids were coming here with homework questions, and I'm like, dude, figure it out. I can't help you. Destiny 2, dude. Look, I'm not trying to be rude, but I couldn't stop playing it. It's really good. Like I said, it's more of the same. Don't be expected to be like blown away by it. It's not anything new, but still that leveling up your character for the first time, et cetera, et cetera. The story is really, really good. So, dude, I'm glued. I'm hooked, and I probably will be for quite some time.
Okay, I was gonna see this question before I let you go. Since they are bringing, I can't even speak, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, and this is big if they do port Resident Evil 7 to the Switch, would you buy it?
Shit. I don't think so. I think I've already been there. Not unless they're like Nintendo does. Like, hey, we're going to give you like an extra 2 minutes of content for the same fucking price, because we're Nintendo. Got to make that fucking money.
I just hope they don't like tell Konami to gimp it like what was it? I think it was either Arkham City or Arkham Origins. I can't remember which one that had like a lot of like gimped content. So I hope
I think that it would be cool to relive it like in a portable aspect. So maybe if it came with like all the DLC that's coming out with it in the future and the same price, because like I'm pretty sure the DLC is like $40 fucking bucks. And if I got like $20 more with the actual game and a whole new system, I might be down for that. Oh,
did you hear Nintendo's teaming up with how to pronounce this name company? They make memory cards. SanDisk, or however you say their company's name.
I know SanDisk, but no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Nintendo's partnering up with them, and we just found out NBA 2K18. You're gonna have to have like more memory to play that game. That's like the first game where they legitimately advertise that. Yeah, I forgot how many. I want to say I forgot what memory card I got. It was like either 16 or 20 something gig. I forgot. So I mean, to me, I think with the Switch, it's like the Wii U all over again. Because I think was it like Xenoblade Chronicles X? Like if you downloaded it, you had to have more memory. But if you had the disc, you didn't have to like deal with like installation and all that. So I think eventually, as we move to gradually to more digital, I think companies need to have a bigger hard drive from the get-go. But of course they won't, because they want all these third-party companies want you to go out and buy bigger hard drives for your Xbox 2 and PS5 and everything else.
Well, I say anything else that comes out of the box, like going this far, that doesn't have 1 terabyte, fucking shame on them, and they know what they're doing. So if they don't have 1 terabyte coming out of the box, at least 1 terabyte. I think 1 terabyte is kind of the soft spot at this point. 500 gigabytes is kind of a slap in the face at this point.
Yeah.
Anything less or that or less is kind of like a big fuck you.
Yeah.
So
remember,
1 terabyte, I'm kind of cool with, because that has room to kind of grow. So we'll see. 1 terabyte, I can work with 1 terabyte.
Yeah. And what I was going to say was remember Xbox One and PS4 both have 500 gigabyte from the get-go, and I'm not sure what I think Xbox One can you use external storage now?
Yep. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I have it on both Xbox One and my PS4.
Oh yeah, because I remember the hard drive video you made for your PS4. Man, I still got like 1.6 terabytes left, so I'm not gonna worry about getting another hard drive until I have like maybe 500 gigs left. I mean, I still got tons of storage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you delete your your screen captures, like when you earn a trophy and stuff? Do you delete those, or do you keep
Well, I
those?
did. Now, not unless it's like, dude, you're fucking up. You need to delete some shit. You don't have any more room left. Until then, no. I mean, I let it fill up, man. But before, yeah, when I had limited space. But now, you know how it is when you have limited space. You don't care until it starts to run out, and they're like, dude, I need to make some adjustments here. Yeah.
Yeah, but it does suck with false advertising. Oh, 500 gigs. Yeah, well, you're not necessarily going to get 500 gigs on your system. It may be 420, 430, 460 or whatever. You're not going to get 500 exactly.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, this is fun. I look forward to watching you stream more Destiny 2 this weekend, and be safe since the hurricane's heading up your way.
I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, man, I look forward to doing this again soon, too, again. And once again, man, Kamikaze and Jrpg, man, having a good old fucking fun time. And we'll see you guys in the future pretty soon.
All right. Later, YouTube.
Later.